Today we are going to learn functions mixed question for IB. Now, let us do the first question. Find the inverse of the following questions. So now the question is f of x is equal to log x plus 3 to the base 3. Now the value of x is given to be greater than 3, greater than 0. Yes. First part. First, whenever you are going to find inverse, first step is make it as y is equal to log of x plus 3 to the base 3. Now next step is to make the subject x. So for that you have to eliminate log. So how to eliminate? We all know that suppose whenever you have log a to the base b is equal to c, you can write it as a is equal to b to the power c. So this rule we are going to apply here. So this entire thing becomes 3 to the power y is equal to x plus 3. Now take 3 on the other side. 3 to the power y minus 3 is equal to x. So now interchange x and y. So in place of x, you have to write y. So y equals 3 to the power x minus 3. So whatever y you got is your f inverse of x. Inverse of x is equal to 3 to the power x minus 3. So this is the first part. Now second part, b is equal to y g of x is equal to 3 to the power 3 e to the power x cube minus 1. Now take this as y e to the power x cube minus 1. So take 3 on this side, so it becomes y divided by 3 is equal to e to the power x cube minus 1. We have to make it subject to x, so this entire thing has to come next to this. So we'll apply log on both the side. Ln y by 3 natural log is equal to x cube minus 3 into ln of e. So natural log e is always 1. This is 1. So you have ln y divided by 3 is equal to x cube minus 1. So 1 will go on the other side. Ln of y divided by 3 plus 1 is equal to our x cube. So x is equal to cube root of this entire thing. Ln of y divided by 3 plus 1. Now interchange x and y. So your f inverse of x is equal to cube root of ln y divided by 3 plus 1. This is the answer. Next, second question. Diagram shows 3 graphs. A is a part of y is equal to x. A is a part of y is equal to x. B is equal to y is equal to 2 to the power x. And C is the reflection across the line A. That means the line the curve C, the C is inverse of this. So we'll find out f inverse of this. F inverse of x. F inverse of this will get us the C, the graph C. So y is equal to 2 to the power x. The same steps. First step, to eliminate this x to come here, so we'll apply ln y is equal to x into ln 2 ln y is your x, or ln y to the base 2 is equal to x. Interchange x and y. So ln x to the base 2 is your y, or f inverse of x is equal to ln of x to the base 2. It's not ln, it has to be log. You are not applying natural logs here. So log y. So log of x to the base 2. This is the equation for that. Now find the coordinate where the c cuts x-axis. C cuts x-axis at this place, the y value is 0. So take this entire thing as 0. So 0 is equal to ln x to the base 2. So the x coordinate is 2 to the power 0. That will get you 1. So let's move on to the next question. Third question. Write down the equation of all asymptotes of graph y equals 4x minus 3 divided by 5 minus x. Now there are two asymptotes. One is vertical, another one is horizontal. So for vertical, whenever the denominator is 0, we'll get to vertical asymptote. Now here the denominator is 5 minus x. So 5 minus x equal to 0, which is x equal to 5. So at x equal to 5, you get the vertical asymptote. For horizontal asymptote, you have to divide the coefficient of x divided by the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x in the numerator divided by coefficient of x in the denominator. Now in this case, the coefficient of x in the numerator is 4 divided by coefficient of x in the denominator is minus 1. So y is equal to minus 4 would get you the horizontal asymptote. Next, find the inverse function. Now take this as y. Now this entire thing you have to make subject to x, so this entire thing will go here. So y into bracket 5 minus x to 4x minus 3. So 5y minus xy to 4x minus 3. So take this here, take this here. So minus xy minus 4x is equal to minus 3 minus 5y. Now take out x common. If we take minus x as well, so I have y plus 4. This entire thing is so cancel the minus sign. So x is equal to 3 plus 5y divided by y plus 4, or interchange x and y to find the inverse. So inverse function is 3 plus 5x divided by x plus 4. So this is the inverse function. Let's move on to the next question. Now function f of x is given by x squared minus 6x plus 10. Now write this in x minus p the whole square form. Now how to write the x minus p form? So you need to remember this x square minus 2ax plus a square is equal to x minus a the whole square. Now compare this with this. Now in place of x square there is x square, in place of x there is x, in place of 2a there is 6. So 2a is equal to 6, that means a is equal to 3. Okay, so now to complete the square, the third term has to be 3 squared. So we don't know how much is that, so we'll add that and we'll subtract that. So x squared minus 6x plus 10 plus 3 squared and minus 3 squared, whatever we have added we are removing it out. So this gets us x square minus 6x plus 3 square will get us x minus 3 the whole square plus 10 and minus 9. So you get x minus 3 the whole squared plus 1. This is your function in that form. In that form where p is 3 and q is 1. Now the next part of the question is find the f inverse of x. Now take this f of x as y, x minus 3 whole square plus 1 plus 1 on the other side, y minus 1 to x minus 3 whole squared, square on the other side is square root square root of y minus 1 is equal to x minus 3. So x will be square root of y minus 1 and minus 3. See, minus 3 is outside this square root. Now interchange x and y and write x as f inverse of x. So f inverse of x is equal to square root of y x minus 1 whole thing minus 3. Next, domain of f inverse of x is the range of this, which is already x. It's already greater than 3. So the domain of this would be greater than 3. Next, now h of x is equal to x square minus 6x plus 2. Again the same logic. Compare this equation with this one. A 2a happens to be 6. So the next term a is 3. So we have to add 3 square and we have to subtract 3 square. So x square minus 6x plus 3 squared plus 2 and minus 3 squared. So the first three terms become x minus 3 the whole squared plus 4, sorry, plus 2 minus 9. So x minus 3 whole squared minus 7 is your h of x. Next part. Hence find the range of this. So the range of this curve will look like something like this. So this vertex is 3 comma minus 7. So always the vertex is h minus a plus b, where a comma b is the vertex of the quadratic curve. So this is a quadratic equation. Quadratic curve has the vertex a comma b when it is in this form, x minus a whole square plus b, where a comma b is the vertex. Now we have the vertex as 3 comma minus 7. So 3 and minus 7, which will be somewhere down. So somewhere down is the vertex. Next, when x is 0, y is 2, and x is 0, y is 2. So the curve will go and meet something like this. So this is a curve, how it looks like. So these are the first 5 questions. We'll carry in the next video.